I put it in this desk, and he call you back and clarify this thing for you and help you. Okay.
Okay. But hold on, you were going to also, in the meantime, you said you were going to transfer me to someone that handles pending. I'd like to talk to them right now.
Yeah, so that's why I just want to have it. You can hear.
Yes, have the supervisor call me, because this is really getting suspicious. But also the people that handle pending, I want information on why it's pending. Because the last form, you have the correct address and it says pending. You've had 4 months to complete the pending process.
Okay, hold on, okay?
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
I had to cut the camera like 10 times, fucking giving out my number. This is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So that's why there's a bunch of breakups. I don't know how I'm going to take the time to edit it or whatever. I might fucking try to edit that together. But they had an old number. That's simply, I have a stalker. He harasses me constantly. I have to change numbers frequently. It's been 4 months. I don't have that phone number anymore. That's just a problem. But that's not, we shouldn't even have to have a phone for voter registration. We have facial recognition technology that scans everyone walking down the street now, that can see just New York streets with 1,000 people passing every 5 minutes. It can scan and identify them all, and we can't get voter registration down. Every time I voted in my life, there has been issues with the registration. Now, back in college and shit, though, I did move a lot, and I couldn't fucking point the finger. I clearly registered the same address. It's on my ID. It's been the same address the whole time. I couldn't say all that because I live in a bush and shit. But here, this whole scenario is the same one. It's on my fuck ID. It's on my business cards. And yes, I know the policies about business addresses, and they sent me forms about that to that address, saying I had to swear that I'm using my business address to register, and that's okay. And I did that and returned it twice. 2 separate extra registrations put on after repeated regular registrations. And then they have the address, and they're saying it's pending. That was the last one was like June. We're in October. Okay. Whatever pending status. If it's still pending after 4 months, there's no way whatever we're gonna do today is gonna fucking be finished before 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, something like that. It's pathetic. And now I've just eaten up gobs of time. I've spent 100 minutes on the phone today about this, and each one of the 10 registrations over time. And you heard me say during all that, the registration at the DMV when I got my ID, okay, the state has my ID. There should be a law, like, if you have a valid ID with your real address on it, you should be able to use that to vote. Just flat the fuck out. Okay, I got an ID. It's the same address I'm registered to vote at. One of the numerous times I registered to vote was while getting said ID.
Hello?
Yes.
This is Marcia Nielsen. How can I help you?
Yeah, I am told my voter registration is still in some sort of pending status, and it's been 4 months since the last time I registered, and I've registered about 10 times. In the last several times, the registration process has gone through the mail at the address I'm registered to. And you have it in your system, but marked as pending. So, yeah, that address, that 10 registrations, that address, why is it still pending? The last time, I believe, was June.
You know, I'm a manager in a different unit, so I will get your information and have somebody else call you back. I didn't want you to just not be able to speak to somebody. What I'm looking at with your screen just says, is this address, the 23615 El Toro Road, is that a business mail drop address?
Yes.
So So you have to be registered at a residential address.
No, there was a form they sent me to that address saying I could register at my business address, sign this form and return it, and I did that not once, but 2 separate times.
So you provided a residential address then in response to that?
No, it said I could use that business address for my registration. And I completed that form and sent it back. And they sent an identical form, and I completed it and sent it back. And I've got video of me doing so.
Okay, I like I said, I'm a manager here, but I don't have anything to do with the registration records. I'm in charge of the front office and candidate filing. And I know that's not your concern right now, but I can forward this along. It just says to me that this is a business mail drop, and so it's not active. That you need to have a residential address. So,
well, the form you sent me said that I could fill out this affidavit and swear that I was using my business address to register and return it, and I did so not once but twice.
And who said that you could do that?
The form you sent me.
Was it our office?
Yes. The official voter registration paperwork. There was some affidavit to fill out. I've got the vlog of it. I can go back and look at the video of the exact form, but it said I could use my address to register because I have a residential address. How would I register because I don't have a residential address?
You could give us cross-directional cross streets, like the southwest corner of Grand and McFadden, and then you'd put your...
But I'm homeless. How cross streets of where? Where I'm standing right now? We can't use my business mailbox where I can get mail.
You can't use the business mail drop box for a residence address.
I'm not using it as a residence address. I'm using my business as my business address, and I've filled out paperwork to that effect.
Well, I can only speak to what I see. I know that we have 406 different ballot types, so they need to have your residential address so we can give you the correct ballot type.
I don't have a residential address.
I understand. Could I get a phone number or a way to reach you? I'm going to have to forward this to the manager of the voter data services team.